Okay, today we've got a really exciting topic, and I'm going to dive right into it. It's why your pipeline is a lie and how to audit to find out if that's true. So you might ask yourself, well, that feels a little bit bold, Catherine. How is my pipeline lying to me? This isn't because your CRM is wrong and it's not because your team is bad. It's just because you might be looking at your pipeline the wrong way. And let's be clear, almost every founder, every VP, and every marketer has fallen into this trap at some point in their career. So we want to make sure we're not obsessing over scaling and not looking at the pipeline that you already have. That's the piece that we're going to focus on today, auditing the pipeline that you already have. So we're going to go deeper than the usual kind of funnel talk, right? And we're going to break down audit strategies and scale strategies and how to make sure that you're scaling on top of something that's structurally sound. I'm Catherine Gutierrez. I'm a top 25 CMO and a 5X growth expert, and this is OnlyFans for Growth. So let's dive in. First of all, why is your pipeline potentially a lie? I'll tell you, your pipeline probably looks full, but a lot of it isn't real. And here's why. If you're carrying deals that should have closed months ago, if you have prospects that are stuck in maybe someday land, if you have sales qualified leads that are just a bunch of people who are curiously clicking out there, those are all things that need to be removed. And it's making your pipeline look artificially full. That's what you don't want. You want to make sure that you don't just have entries in a system because revenue dies in the space between reported pipeline and real pipeline. That's what we're here to solve right now. Your job as a growth leader is to eliminate that gap. And the only way to do it is with an audit first mindset. So let's talk about how you do that and what the right way is to audit and how you can diagnose the truth. So we're going to be looking for what is working, what has stalled, what doesn't belong in the funnel, and where is revenue actually coming from. I like to do this stage by stage as a pipeline cleanup. To me, it's a matter of making sure that we are rescoring lead sources. We are rebuilding the ideal customer profile to make sure that who is buying actually represents who is in the pipeline. And then we're really looking at fixing marketing to SDR to AE handoffs, right? Because that way we can eliminate any of the guesswork, any of the challenges, and any of the friction that often comes between sales and marketing. Once we do that, we can tighten our qualification criteria. We can take a look at sequences and landing pages and calls to action. And suddenly you have a beautiful pipeline that you can believe, that you can execute on, and you've removed and eliminated all of the friction between sales and marketing. Yes, it's not pretty work. It's precision work and it's essential because when you can scale here, this is when you actually multiply what's proven. It allows you to ask for more spend. It allows you to do more outreach because everybody is on the same page. Everybody knows what you're pushing towards, and you're able to scale a system that is fundamentally healthy. So, again, while not sexy, very important. So your next question, I'm sure, is, well, how do I do it? And what does this audit look like? Okay. So here are some things to be looking at in terms of whether an audit is right for you. If your forecast is changing regularly, if your SDRs are saying that the leads are not a fit, if sales is saying that marketing isn't sending enough pipeline, and if marketing is saying that sales isn't following up quickly enough, you have a fundamental disconnect, and audit is the right time for you to take a look at that. Now, there can be other things. If you're spending your budget just because you did it last quarter, if your conversion rates haven't improved, those are other issues and other reasons to take a look at an audit. These all indicate that you are creating strain in your pipeline, not growth. And an audit is going to fix the root of the issue. And frankly, if you pull everybody together from both sales and marketing and you say, hey, I think we have an opportunity to dig deeper as a team, let's make sure that everybody is really getting what they need. Usually you'll find a lot of hands raised saying that they're willing and wanting to do that work. So it's actually a great opportunity. Okay. So now let's go into the growth multiplier framework. These are the phases that I recommend to take once you've identified, yes, this is the issue, and yes, we need to solve it. Okay. Phase one, this is 60 to 90 days. So you're going to need a minute to get it done, but it's very important. You're going to take a look at 5 things. Thing number 1, pipeline accuracy. You want to look at every stage and every opportunity, no exceptions. Take a look at everything, right? Dig into the details, dig into the conversations with the sales team, make sure that everything is accurate and true. 2, Take a look at the lead source. This is something essential from the marketing standpoint. We don't know where to invest our dollars if we don't know where things are coming from. We need to see what's actually producing revenue, not just clicks, not just traffic. Before I want to talk about attribution shapes, I want to know what's driving people and what's closing people, because that's where I want to spend my time. Number 3, your ideal customer profile. Make sure that your ideal customer profile is based on your last 12 months. Your business grows, it changes, it reshapes. A lot has happened in the last 12 months. Does your ideal customer profile still show up in your pipeline? Very important. Number 4, your messaging. Has your messaging changed in the last 12 months? Are you noticing a shift in your ideal customer profile and therefore a need to change your message? If so, that is really important to take a look at. Number 5, this is your operation stuff. Fix your handoffs, remove your friction, and align marketing and sales with really skilled RevOps people. Make sure that everything is working the way that it's supposed to. This is very, very important. That's your first phase. Now let's talk about your second phase. Now we're going to get into 90 to 180 days. You only want to work on this once your audit phase is complete, okay? But there's another 5 to think of. The first one, we want to increase the channel investment where your data is strong. Usually what I do is I actually take a look at where are we spending the most. That's usually the biggest opportunity for improvement. Why? Well, because either I can reduce the spend if it's not working, or I can double down the spend if it is working. So that's really where I would typically start, increasing that channel investment where your data is strong. Number 2, expand your content volume with the right narrative. So now that you know what your ideal customer profile is looking for, you've confirmed that they're in your pipeline, and you know what you want to say to that person, let's go double down on creating content that does exactly that, okay? Number 3, we're going to layer in outbound motions with precision. It is so easy to boil the ocean in marketing. Everybody has an idea for what good looks like, and everybody wants to be able to provide happy, great conversations with other departments saying, yes, I took your great idea and we did that in marketing. That's not what gets you promoted at the end of the day. What gets you promoted is doing outbound with precision. So once you identify, call it the top 2 channels that are working, you individually work on bringing in new channels one at a time. Yes, you want to diversify, but if you diversify too quickly and you go everywhere with everything, you just end up with random acts of marketing, and that doesn't bring happiness or pipeline for anyone. Number 4, you want to add new verticals or market with evidence-based sequencing. Okay, verticals and markets take time to enter. Don't try to add in a new vertical more often than call it once a quarter. That's a lot of work. You need sales enablement materials. You need collateral that's going to support it from a marketing perspective. It's an entire effort, and everybody needs to be trained on it. So add your verticals or your markets one quarter at a time. That would be my recommendation. Last but not least, your 5th item is make sure that you have automation that multiplies your human effort. All of us know about AI. All of us know that things are expected now to be personalized at a hyper scale. And to do that, you've got to have automation in place. The audit is creating the accuracy, but the scaling can only happen once you've dug into each of these 5 areas. You need both, audit first and then scaling. So now, if you remember just one thing from this video, here's what I would say your biggest takeaway is. You can't scale your way out of a broken system. You audit your way into a healthy one. 20 years of experience in marketing, teaching MBA grads as well, has taught me one thing. Most pipeline problems are not actually pipeline problems. They're clarity problems. They're alignment problems. They're qualification problems. They're not pipeline problems. And audit solves all of those things. And it turns an opportunity for scaling to really come into play and growth to really happen. So if this resonated with you and you want deeper frameworks, tear down sessions, or real growth playbooks that you can actually use, go ahead and hit subscribe. This channel is built for founders, marketers, and operators who want strategy that drives revenue, not vanity metrics. We have new videos every week. I'm Catherine Gutierrez, and this is OnlyFans for Growth. This is your Fiery Redhead, and I'm out.